Hey MGTOWs, this is Vention. Got a nice little pullback in Bitcoins. A lot of the experts are saying there's going to be a dramatic drop in Bitcoins this year that'll be bearish till the end of the year. But man, every time, well, many times when all these experts start agreeing on something like that, they end up being wrong. So I went ahead and purchased another $1,000 worth at 66.70, something like that. And I see money coming back into the market, and there's so many new people getting into this, and Wall Street's getting into this. And man, guys, I'm kind of doubtful of this bear market they're talking about, but in any case, we're still above 6,000, so my plans to expatriate to Cambodia and take a permanent vacation for the next 30 years are still on. So, but anyway, this is an okay view of Bitcoin, but I kind of prefer the this view. Well, let's say maybe that view, because I was purchasing a lot of Bitcoins in the $400 and $300 range. And in fact, I was buying these things way back. Oh, Coinbase didn't exist back then. Okay. But basically I was, oh yeah, here we go. I was buying way back here, coming off of the 2013 bubble. Man, 2014 sucked. My holdings were dropping and dropping practically every month. But you know, it just when you know something is true, when you just, I mean, I was running around like a madman saying, buy Bitcoins, they're gonna be huge someday. And and it was only till about, maybe they went like above 800 or so when I started getting some of my fellow mechanics into this. But man, now I've got almost my entire shift on swing shift, including my foreman and my service manager. These guys, all but just a couple of guys, are all buying Bitcoins, and I could not be more pleased, because a lot of them got in at like 1,500 or 1,300, and they're still adding to their positions even now, and they're behind me in their project, but and their accumulation. But man, they're on the right track. Bitcoins overall, as I was saying, statistically tend to go up about 100% every 10 months or so. It's the best investment I've ever made. And now, geez, even if I didn't liquidate my house, which is paid off, even if I just on my Bitcoins alone, I could live comfortably for about 38 years, even after this most recent pullback. But so yeah, I'm pretty darn happy. But I am like I am really doubtful of this that this massive bear market down to like $5,000 Bitcoins that they're predicting is going to materialize. I just can't see it happening. But you know, I'm just a diesel mechanic. What do I know? And in other news, man, every once in a while you just see these people popping up, and why MGTOW is wrong. I clicked on it, and it's this 19-year-old young man. I mean, he's old enough to be drafted into the military against his will and get sent off to die in some banker war. So he is not a kid. No matter how young he looks to a guy of my age. But man, he does not truly understand what we're facing here. So most of what his theory is don't be a dumbass and pick the right woman, and that's all well and good, but you know, sorry, I'm a mechanic. Man, I am friggin' awesome with machines. I mean, I used to brag back in diesel school that I am as good with machines and mechanical things as good as Conan is with his sword. and it's like, it just seems to flow, you know. I just seem to have this crazy ability with machines. Now, working among other natural mechanics, I mean, I've got some competition where in my current shop there are some friggin' awesome mechanics, but as far as comparing me to normal people, I am just in another friggin' universe of mechanical ability. And thank goodness for that, because if I didn't have that, I'd be a greeter at Walmart. Welcome to Walmart. Can I help you find anything? And it would be very sad. But I am extremely good with machines, but man, I am not good at everything. When it comes to navigating, like finding my way around town, or you know, remembering where I've been and trying to find my way back there, I am in bad shape. Thank goodness for Google Maps, because man, I can't navigate my way out of a paper bag. But there's another problem that I have, and that I am just not a people person. I can't remember names for shit, and I can barely remember people. And man, it might be because I had my skull smashed in as a small child. I was like first grade or kindergarten, something like that. But right along here, it just got smashed right in, and they managed to pry the skull back out and fuse it back into place. But so I didn't need any plates. But basically, I am not a good judge of human character. So there is, and a lot of guys just aren't, you know, and we tend to believe what people say. That's my problem. I just can't take that kind of chance, you know. It would have been crazy. You know, and maybe now with the red pill knowledge that I have, I would be able to pick a reasonably decent one and not put up with a lot of shit that guys progressively fall into, and it gets worse and worse and worse until their life is a living hell. I know enough to not let that happen. But still, marrying, you know, if I was young enough to marry, no friggin' way, man. I've seen too much. I've seen the wreckage. I've seen my friends get obliterated and incarcerated. No fucking way. I'm not doing it. And the result is 20 years on the MGTOW path, and I am, you know, my house is paid off and no debts, and I am ready to begin a permanent vacation overseas somewhere. And if Bitcoins do what I think they're going to do, sheesh, I can, in a couple of years, I'll be able to move from Cambodia or Thailand to anywhere in the world and retire comfortably. So that's where we are. And I wrote a comment to him. I don't want to be too terribly harsh on the guy. I mean, he is a guy, so we do owe him some consideration. It's not like a woman coming in saying, "Oh, you guys are lame and dorks and nobody wants you and that's why you're MGTOW," you know. I have no problem opening up a can of kick-ass for somebody like that. So I'll leave a link in the description bar, and if you guys want to watch his video and see if you want to give him some feedback. Maybe you can give him a little gentle nudge in the right direction. So, okay, I'll let you guys go. Later. Oh, and don't get married.